I'm here, I swear I'm here.
Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Bradwater stream. But first, it's time for What's in the Lunchbox?
Guys, I'm definitely ready in here. I'm definitely ready and here and available to stream. Guys, what's in the lunchbox? What do you think is in there? Is it 40p? A cut-off light switch? The single bullet? A box of mints? Brad's moral compass? A yellow marble? The keystone? Or is it access to TikTok? Yeah, you guys lost that today, right, America? Haha. Haha, losers. Haha. Haha. You've become communist China. You've become the very thing you swore to destroy. Pum pim pam para pum pum pinamana pum 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 para beep pum 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 pa para beep pum para bim pum 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 para pa. Guys, I'm ready to stream. I'm incredibly prepared and ready to do this. Guys, in case you were wondering, I am prepared and ready to stream a game of D&D for you all today. Guys, in case you were wondering, Hi guys, welcome to the stream. And in case you were wondering, I'm ready to stream. Everything is prepared and ready to go. I am professional. Alright, what's in there? You think it's access to TikTok? I cannot provide you that. You have done this to yours. Only Donald Trump can save you now. On a ban that he introduced, I think. It was, in fact, some Bluetooth headphones. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the beginning of the stream with me, your host, Tom Bacons. It's me, everyone, Tom Bacons. I'm playing Quantum Break. I can play games that I like, and I'm good. Are you enjoying Quantum Break? I didn't get to watch any of your stream. I had to go immediately. How are you liking Quantum Break? What have you played so far of the Remedy games? Which ones? Hi, Mydaloni. Hi, Kaio89. Thank you for the resubs, my friends. It's Sunday morning. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I've been prepared all morning for this. So far, so good. This is the last Remedy game for me to play. All right. I actually think it's a really fun stream game if you splice it up correctly and like play a bit of the game, then watch an episode like a TV show. Because it has a TV show in it for no reason whatsoever. You know? What a weird game. We're gonna stop time and shoot stuff. Cool. Also, there's a TV show in the middle of it. Like a whole TV show? After every level, there's an episode of a TV show to play. Cool. A very reliable, non-buffering TV show. Were you having problems with it? You literally stream off of a toaster that you wheel into the front room, though. You still use that setup? I'm not gonna have slander. You got the Wax Steven defense for Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, it was a good game, I guess, but it didn't run on my iPhone.
It's Final Fantasy 16. It's not gonna run on your iPhone.
Yeah, well, it's a shit game because it didn't run on my iPhone.
Get out of here. Clear off, you little shit. You're too opinionated, and you get too angry at kill cams. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Get in therapy. That's what I scream at Wax Steven. I have a PC now, hence Quantum Break. Oh, okay. Well, then I have no idea. Did it buffer for me? I don't remember. That's the type of thing that I couldn't care less about, and it wouldn't go into my brain about how I enjoyed the game. You know? I don't think. Unless it's The Witcher 3. Void Smoker gifted a sub to Sales. Nice. Apparently it's a common problem. Alright, well. I guess it sucks to be you. And if it happened to me, it doesn't suck to be me because I don't remember it. I don't remember it. Mm-hmm. Ha-ha, hoo-hoo, hee-hee, hoo-hoo, ha-ha, mm-hmm. Ha-ha, hoo-hoo, hee-hee. It did 1, maybe 2 times. The way that your brains remember stuff. Dude, to have a neurodivergent brain that is able to recollect everything that's ever happened. What a superpower. I remember everything. This is Gabe. I recall, on August the 1st, at precisely 4:05 p.m. Eastern German time, the game buffered for 33 seconds. Then, on August the 4th, at precisely 3:22 Eastern German time, the game buffered for 44 seconds. And I'm like, what the fuck? I genuinely can't remember waking up this morning or the first hour of my day. Legitimately. I've been thinking about it for the last 2 hours. What did I do for the first hour of today? And I don't remember it. I've fully convinced myself I had a fucking brain aneurysm this morning. There's clearly something horribly wrong with me. And I'm enjoying this weekend a lot. There's a Night Springs episode in Alan Wake 2 that's Quantum Break related. I haven't played that one yet. Oh yeah, save all of that. Save Alan Wake 2 DLC till after you've done Quantum Break for sure. For sure. Mind Wipe, Aliens. Hey, who was it that was screaming at me to start watching Dan to Dan? I watched the first, 10 minutes. I intended to watch more, but I was getting real sleepy. And I'm already pissed off with it. I'm already pissed off with it, and everyone said it was so great. Everyone's like, it's the best, you should watch it, it's the best. Now, will I like it by the end? Yeah. Do I hate the beginning? Yes. Is it because I'm a contrarian? We don't know. Is it because there are rapey aliens in it and they're played for laughs? And I don't really find it that funny. Maybe he's a feminist. Maybe he's a Republican. We just can't tell. We'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Will we? We'll never figure it out. It's a great place for both the left and the right here. Because the people who are on the right will be like, hell yeah, man, women are fucking dumb. And I agree with everything you just said. You know what I mean? And people who are on the left are like,
yeah, women are powerful and strong and cool. And I agree with everything you just said.
Because you get a little taste of both. Just enough to keep you guessing. And that way, doubles up on that Kashish. I got a headache. I took my sheets off of my bed yesterday morning, and I threw them in the washing machine, and they washed. The tumble dry. I don't know what you call it in America. Washing machine. Fuck you. And it was when it washed them all, and all of the sheets went into the bed sheet that goes on the quilt duvet thing. So it became a sack of all the other stuff in there. So when I went to take it out, it was super heavy, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was just waterlogged to shit. So I tried like shaking it out, and it was so annoying. And I was like, this is not going to dry. So I had to take all of that stuff out. I hung some of it up in my fucking bathroom because it was dripping. And I hung some of it, I created like a tent. I created a tent here. And then turned my heating on to maximum all day. And I gave myself a killer headache by last night. By the end of, I did a little like side stream last night. And then I played a couple of games of Marvel Rivals with my close personal friend Leah and some other people. And I had a headache by the end of it. And it's still here. Still got it. Loved it. Loved it. Great. I've had a great weekend. So honestly, this weekend has been horrible. I had to take Friday off. I felt so shit on Friday. It was unbelievable. I could not sleep Thursday night. Had to take a sleeping pill. Woke up on Friday and was like, I didn't know where I was. And I was so fucking sleepy. It was crazy. Couldn't fucking do anything. Couldn't think straight. And was like, I can't stream in this state. It's crazy how fucked up I was. And so I was like, I'm fucking long enough to stream. Then I had to fucking GM through this. I don't know if anyone even enjoyed Non-Canon on Friday. I don't remember it, but I do know that I was on autopilot for the whole thing. That is the most autopilot GMing I could do. It was so difficult. And then yesterday I still felt shit. And then also all of the stuff. And then also I have medical anxiety creeping into everything I do this weekend. I got a heart scan on Thursday, but I don't get the results until Monday. So I hate my life right now. You know, until tomorrow night. I mean, tomorrow night, for all I know, tomorrow they're going to be like, yeah, you're really in trouble. You've got a serious heart disease. You know, and tomorrow's going to be the worst day ever. But if they're just like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. Honestly, it's just as stressful. It's not just as stressful, but it is like, well, what is it then? You're saying there's nothing wrong with me, nothing seriously wrong with me. That's fine, but I am unwell. What is it? Fix me, for the love of God. So I really hate my life this weekend. Sucks. Snack time. Yeah, we did a lunch break. We had a little lunch break in the middle, which was very fun. I think we all enjoyed, didn't we? So that's been my weekend. Anyway, we're gonna play some D&D. I have a little something. I have a little something up my sleeve for today. Because I want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because I want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. Does that sound intriguing?
No, bro, we don't give a shit.
But we're going to play it anyway.
Humankind, no tricks or shootery. Rise, Larry, rise. It's time to claim your victory. Fight, fight, fight till the fight is won. Run, run, run if it can't be done. Hide, hide, hide till we're out of their sight. Rise, Larry, rise. Let's roll the dice. Win, win, win. Larry, save us all. Spin, spin, spin on the magic wall. Roll, roll, roll till you know you're called. Rise, Larry, rise. Let's roll the dice. Go, 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 let your legend be born. Flow, flow, flow with magic adorned. Soar, 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 always ready for more. Rise, Larry, rise, let's roll the dice. Never surrender, never give in. Larry, step ahead and let your arrows sing. Lift your head, embrace the dawn, ready to rise. Rise, Larry, rise, let's roll the dice.
It is time. Time to continue with our video game. What's it called? With our D&D game. Yes. Yes. Find the hag and remove the curse. That was not the quest. We are in the Eternal Tavern. Here in Twitch Plays D&D land. Last week you rubbed the magical lamp and then the stream crashed. Last week you rubbed the magical lamp and the stream crashed. And that was the end of it. I mean, to be honest, I was probably going to call it not long after that anyway. This week you return. As you return to the tavern, popping out of the magical lamp, everything seems to be going smoothly. Everything seems to be running perfectly smoothly and nothing will go wrong. As you look around, there is a handful of patrons in this tavern, and you can see the gnome that runs the tavern, who I believe is called Lindell Tanglefoot. Yes. At the Crossroads Tavern. Also known as the Tanglefoot Tavern. He kind of gives you a little bit of a little side eye. Like, what the hell was that? I feel like those guys just teleported in from somewhere, but, you know, I mean, with the spell wind as active as it is, these are the things that happen. This is Twitch Plays D&D. You guys are playing the main character, Lyri, who is an Aasimar fighter from another continent far away, who has come to this continent in an attempt to become a mercenary. That's it. There is a spin wheel on the screen. Every time you sub or resub or gift subs, they will be added to the bar there. And for every 10 subs, we will spin the wheel once. And some random stuff can be acquired from the wheel. All of you saving your subs up this week for this. Shadow, Nyanar, Durkee, Bew, Penny. Thank you so much for the subs and the resubs. Now then, what do I have prepared for you? Let's see. I've got something, a little something prepared for you. After the wheel spin. Let's spin the wheel first. Thank you for the subs, Rocker Paul, Cloud Sea, Insta Rage. Let's see what you start the day off with. We're starting with a wheel spin. Wild magic is going to happen with immediate haste. I'm going to pull out the D10,000 wild magic table. I have a D10,000 wild magic. Guys, I appreciate the subs. I know the last couple of sessions of this have been maybe a little lackluster because things have been going wrong in my life. But I appreciate it either way. Rolling just 10,000. 1D10,000. Oh my god, 9,402. It's going to be bad. They really started to run out of stuff to fill this book up with once they got to 9,402. The nearest druid kills plant life like a defiler when casting magic. I think there's a druid in here. There's now an evil druid. One of these people... Yes, okay. The spell wind blows. This druid is in fact an anti-druid. Killing plant life nearby like a defiler. And that's a little... And that's a secret. Do not tell the players. Secret. Secret. The spell wind blows through the tavern. There's a moment where the druid looks at Lyri. Lyri looks at the druid, and the spell wind blows. The druid glares at Lyri. Lyri confusedly looks back, and then the druid teleports away. On the table in front of them, there is a little succulent that has been murdered. Time for another wheel spin. Courtesy of Godzilla, Durky Dirk, Omega Jaeger. Omega Jaeger. You are now cursed. Let's see. The curse table. This is your first roll of the day. Roll me a d20, chat. Exclamation point, roll d20 in the chat will allow you to get involved. It'll pick a random thing. Imagine it's you kill plant life as well. Hi, PB. Oh my god. This is not a reaction to you, PB, even though I'm sure most people do have this reaction to you arriving. It's just my brain going, you're dying! And I'm going, no I'm not. 16. We can take the first one. Curse of the Flickering Flame. Again? Not like this. Not like this. Curses. The Curse of the Flickering Flame. Flames near the cursed creature dim or flicker, reducing the light radius of torches or lanterns by half. Honestly, this is dope. This is kind of cool. Anytime you enter a room, the flames dim and flicker around you. This is a curse you must never get rid of, because it's cool. That's kind of cool, I say. No? You don't think so? Alright. I think it's cool.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
We fucking hate you.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Alright. Thank you for those subs, my friends. Thank you for the subs, my friends. I appreciate it. I had one of those Saturdays or Fridays or Thursdays. I don't know which one it was. But one of the days over the last weekend, I lost about 776 subs, which is just the best feeling as a streamer. And all it meant is that last month someone gave me lots of subs on that day, but then I see it go down and I feel like I'm dying. All right. Now, the tavern quietens. Do I have like? Have we generated any like gloomy music? Do we have any gloomy music? What have I got? We don't really, do we? Let's get one. Let's go to Epidemic Sound right now. Get some. I mean, a vampire. A vampire. A vampire is nearby. Wait, where's the little button that lets me? Yeah. Yes. Now. Can I make you loopable? I can. Oh, God. Epidemic Sound is so great, PB. We gotta get it. You can just make a loopable version. Let's see how good the loopable version is. Let's see how good the loopable version is. By the way, this is a procedurally generated campaign in which everything is procedurally generated right before your eyes. Suddenly, the people of the tavern grow quiet. The doorway darkens with several figures at the Crossroads Tavern. Lancelot instinctively sits up in his chair a little. A handful of the people in the tavern look around nervously. Lyndall shoots a look to the silent figure by the door, the bouncer, the tavern guard. What is she? Personal bodyguard? A half-orc that stands up, hand on hip, gripping a small axe. And turning to the doorway, a figure walks in. What does he look like? What does the figure look like, chat? Gnome with red mask and pale red eyes. There's the first one. Bob Ross. Super Mario. A snake. Hang on. Snake in a robe. I'll just combine some of them. Lanky and stringy haired pale, an anime character. Shadow from Sonic. A 6-foot tall dwarf with a broken nose. Almost forgettably, that's how you spelled it, average. A red Oanada. I have no idea what that is. A large baby. Red robed with an iron mask. An Ascian. The choice is yours. What does this person look like? Hi, Geek Dice. My son, old enough to be my father. My father. Someone's father. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. There's another wheel spin coming up. Coming right at you. Coming right at you. Several figures in the doorway. At the head of this group of figures is a particular individual. What does this individual look like? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Father, Son, Father. The father of the Son, Father. But who is the father of the Son, Father? Oh, my D drive has been delivered, but I got it delivered too. I got it delivered to a little pickup spot. Did they deliver something else? Oh god, I wish this app was like literally usable in any way. To check, because I live in a building and people will steal my stuff. Almost forgettably average. It looks like the guy that plays Tim from The Office, but in the English one. What's his name? The Hobbit actor. Martin Freeman. You telling me this is not almost forgettably average? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? That's exactly what comes to my brain. Let's spin the wheel on behalf of Father, Son, Father. Thank you, Plumrug. Why do I even bother? I'm taking teleport out. I'm taking teleport. Alright. Fine. Alright. We're going to do some options. D6. 4. So 1 is the roof. 2 was the basement. 3 was the front door. 4 was the window. You teleport to the window. Dude, the real DMing. The illusion of choice. Next to the window. Peering out of the window. You see what looks like an army. A huge amount of men. Armed. But they're not wearing any crest. They're not wearing any uniform. This is an army of bandits. Next to you, Lyndall says, "These guys are bad news to Lyra." Is that how he spoke? "These guys are bad news to Lyra." Lyra looks down to Lyndall and back to the doorway where the half-orc stands in front of the individual who looks a lot like Martin Freeman. Lyndall says, "That's the Bandit King. His name is..." What is the Bandit King's name? Obviously Martin Freeman. Bilbo Bandit. There is also Meritin Freeman. There's John Smith. Hey, Insta Rage, Cutter Slade, never DM. Never GMing. Paul. Shadow. The Bandit King. Steve. Never DM. Raj. Never DM. What's in the box? Penguin. The choice is yours.
That's the Bandit King. His name is...
What's his name? Splitter. Can someone split the difference between Shadow the Bandit King and what's in the box? Six or nine? What's in the box? Which I think is a joke about Sherlock, which I never watched. So I don't get it.
His name is What's on the Box.
Leary looks down at Lindor and back up to the Bandit King.
This is a big group of bandits that swing by from time to time. They're known as...
What is the bandit group known as? This isn't Snotflap. Lyndall Tanglefoot is the owner of the tavern. And you know what pisses me off the most? Is that Snotflap has a very particular way that he speaks. And it upsets me that clearly I'm a terrible voice actor. 7 Sherlocks in a pear tree. A bunch of jerks. The Chode smugglers. Swifties. Massive huge tits. The Grundle punchers. Martin's free men. The freestyle muggers. The Boxing Day Saints. Fuck me. The Fellowship of the Ring. Flatulent ponchos. Too late. Too late. Type quicker. Type quicker next time. Too late. An overwhelming victory. Now I wish he was called Martin Freeman and not Watson the Box.
They're known as Martin's free men.
How does he sound? That guy. Just sounds like a normal English guy, doesn't he? Walking up to the orc standing in front of him. The orc steps in front of the door. And Watson the Box, the Bandit King. Behind him, an enormous group of bandits, a ridiculously large size group. He says, well, well, well. What do we have here then? Not rolling out the red carpet for me, are you? Very well. Can I take my order at the door? The half-orc stands there, crosses their arms. Doesn't say a word. Lyndall, who's not Snotflap, Lyndall who sounds like this,
Hey everyone, it's me, Lyndall.
as opposed to Snotflap, who sounds like this,
Fuck this shit, I'm out!
and teleports to the roof. Did you hear the difference? Lyndall, who sounds like a generic gnome, says,
Kara doesn't speak. I'm gonna have to deal with this myself.
stepping around Lyri, he says,
Okay, Kara, calm down. Watson, it's so good to see you. How can we help you today?
Watson looks down to Lyndall and says, Ah, Lyndall. It's so good to see you. I was just hoping to get some food for my men and perhaps the money we're owed?
Yes, we can try and get you some food. I don't know if we have enough to feed all of your men. You will have to go into the city to get enough food for everyone. I do not believe we owe you gold.
Oh, but everyone owes us gold. For you are under our protection.
We did not agree to this, Watson. I've told you once before.
Well, if you're not under our protection, then who's going to stop us from burning this place down?
Look, there's no need for that now, is there, Watson? We'll get you a little bit of food and we'll see you on your way. How about that?
It's not the agreement, unfortunately. Food and gold, everything you have.
Shit. Okay, give me a second here.
I'll give you 1 second. He steps back and does that look that Tim does to the camera in the office. Lyndall scurries over to Lyri. Lyri, Lyndall, and Kara nearby. Lyndall says,
Shit. What do I do? Give him the stuff? Or we can fucking make a stand. The last time they were here, we managed to hold them off. We had some fighters in the place. What do you think? You feeling lucky?
What do you say to Lyndall? Give them what they ask for, which is food and gold. We make a stand. The choice is yours. We make a stand. Leary stands up and says, "Don't worry, I've got this." Stepping past Lyndall and standing next to the half-orc form of Kara the Silent, Leary says, "You must have this a little confused. The Crossroads Tavern is actually under my protection." Watson says, well, who's this? "You've hired a mercenary." "Just the one?" Leary says, "Actually, there's 3 of us. Right, Lancelot?" Lancelot stands behind Leary, gleaming plate, putting Arendite down on the floor and leaning on it. "Right, Snotflap?" I'm sure he'll show up at some point. Snotflap, nowhere to be seen. Evil companion. This is what should happen to you in Baldur's Gate, by the way. When you take one of the evil companions, they should just fucking ruin your game. And Martin Freeman Watson, the box, says, "Have it your way. We outnumber you by an astonishing amount. Do you honestly think you can hold this place on your own? I don't think so. But good luck. Let him have it, boys." He turns around. We enter the planning phase. Waves of enemies are going to come towards the tavern. Okay? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Before wave 1 begins, you must determine who's going to defend which location. Who will guard the main entrance? Leary, Lancelot, Kara the Silent. The choice is yours. The main entrance. Thank you for the subs. There's not another wheel spin, is there? Anonymous. Shadow said, "There will be. There will be." Lancelot will guard the main entrance and we spin the wheel. Wild magic. Again. $4,833. As the spell wind blows. Target automatically knows the first name of everyone he meets. Will be cool. Target automatically knows the first name of everyone they meet. That would honestly be so useful in a normal campaign when I forget to introduce my characters. Larry says, wait a minute. His name isn't Watson. What is his real name? What is his real name? Martin Freeman. The only option. You can either vote for Martin Freeman or non-applicable. You can just throw it, waste a vote. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. On a wild magic search. That's Martin Freeman, Leary says to Lindor.
I've never heard of Martin Freeman. What a forgettably vague name. For a forgettably vague man. I think that's why the authorities have never caught him. It's because he's got a normal name and a normal face.
Real name. Martin Freeman, added to my notes. A recurring villain. Leary says, Lancelot, hold the front door. Lancelot steps into the doorway with Arondite, placing it like Heimdall style into the doorway and resting on the pommel. Alright, who will hold the rear entrance? Leary or Kara the Silent? The last option will be the window. Kara will hold the rear entrance. Leary says, you, take the rear entrance. That large window there, they can easily enter. I'll hold that. Kara to the rear entrance. Lancelot to the main door. Leary, we're going to say that the window is just to be away from everyone. I was going to use this, but I think instead we'll say it's... You know what? We're going to just say it's here. Large window. To drag this map out of my arsehole. Okay. Round 1. Suddenly, flaming arrows hit the side of the tavern. People in the tavern start panicking, moving around. Lyndall starts telling them where to go.
Everybody get behind the bar. Get down behind the bar. Don't worry about it. They got this. That's a famous warrior from overseas. So that one's from another planet or something.
The roof, the thatch roof, goes up in flames. Snotflap, who was hiding under the thatch, watching all of this happen, goes,
Oh shit. Oh, fuck this.
and ports out again. It is time. The bandits rush forward. What does this sound like? What's this sound effect? Perfect. Suddenly, bandits. Bandits everywhere. Bandit. Round 1. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And of course, 3 for Lyri. Diving in through the window. 3 bandits. Dressed sort of suspiciously like ninjas, by the looks of it. Jumping in through the window. This is what you've got equipped. Cloak of the Hunter, Mantle of Spell Resistance, a Potion of Temporary Hit Points, and Power Word Pain. No time to readjust because it's time to roll initiative. D20 in the chat. Bandit goes on a 14. Bandit goes on 5. Bandit goes on a 15. We'll call this one red, blue, green. You got to face off against 3 bandits. Take the second roll. 14. You have +3 to your initiative, which means you go first. Lyndall from behind the bar says,
Here, catch this.
he throws a bottle through the air towards you. Make me a dexterity saving throw. You have +3 to this. And we take the second roll again. 3 bandits land in front of Lyri and begin circling, pulling out little daggers, little scimitars.
Well. What we got here then? Only you standing in the way. You're in trouble.
Dexterity saving throw. Please. A 17. Easily catching it. Looking at it, you see that it is a bottle of beer. Do you drink the bottle of beer? It's not an IPA. That does not exist in my setting. Disgusting. And then smash the fucking bottle. Glug, glug, glug. Bottoms up. Lyri, glug, 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 drinks the beer. doubling Leary's HP for this encounter. Leary gets strong. Beer strong. Got them beer muscles on. Okay. 3 bandits to face off against. What does Leary do? Now, the first question I'm going to ask you is... melee or ranged setup? Are you starting with melee or ranged weapon? You're 10 feet away, you're not engaged. They are close to you. In terms of stats, Leary is slightly better with ranged weapons. But there are 3 of them and they have scimitars. What's the plan? Are you supposed to have 23 HP? I don't know. That does make sense, doesn't it? You now have 46 HP. Mario grow sound. So loud. You're going in melee. Pulling out the rapier, the adamantite sword. And then Big Buddha Chudder. The adamantite shield. The Big Buddha Cheddar shield. Brandishing your weapons. It is time. Decide what you do. Now, each of them 10 feet away from you. What does Leary do? Attack with rapier. Use scroll, power word pain. Dodge. Potion of temporary HP. Throw the bottle. Call out their names. Frag out. You don't have them equip beads of force. Kick the table over. Run back and shoot. I mean, literally just voted to be ranged. You'd have to, equip bow. This is, what do you do with... their action? Been drinking? No. Can we move before you can move? Yeah, it's not really your action, but you can move. It doesn't matter whether you use the scroll at range or not, though. Alright, choice is yours. Behind you, you hear Lancelot suddenly engage with 3 similar-looking bandits. His huge longsword swaths and like huge swings and cleaves and arcs. Nearby at the back, the rear door, more bandits swarm in. The half-orc striking one of them, just punching them, breaking their nose immediately, then bringing out the axe and jumping in, looking like very Nordic in their approach with that axe. What does Lyri do? Attack with the rapier. Solid choice. Okay, make me an attack roll. D20 in the chat. With a rapier, you have a +5 to hit. You currently have the shield, adamantite shield equipped. So you have an AC of 18. Your HP is doubled, so you're on 46. An army. At the gates.
Round 1. Fight.
A 14, and you have a +5 to hit. This will hit. Which one are you hitting? Red, blue, green? Doesn't matter too much. Red, blue, green.
Remember the Vex on our rapier?
Lolly. Fucking breathe, dude. I mean, the fucking desperate need to have every mechanic shored up and ready to go. Just take a deep breath. There's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Just fucking take it step by step. Red, blue, and green. Green. All right, here we go. The attack. Engage here or here or here. Doesn't matter. We're going here. Doesn't matter at all. See how much damage you can do. 8 piercing damage. A lunge forward. The rapier going through this guy's kidney. Whips the rapier out, flicking the blood in droplets across the floor. And then, yeah, you get the slow thing on it. Not that it's going to matter at all in any way whatsoever. You hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage. You have advantage on your next roll, attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. So. What does Lyri do? You can action surge. Attack again. You can move. You'll get an attack. You're leaving the threat range. Anything else you want to try? Suggest it in the chat. Call their names. Oh, that's an action. Action surge. Call their names. What other bonus actions do you have? You only have one, which is to recover some health. You can action surge, summon Diablos. Action surge. Equip beads. Well, I guess here's what it is. Action surge is actually what we're going to do. Yes? No. Action surge will give you +1 action and you can do another thing. The choice is yours. Did you use all the spell scroll? Do you have a spell scroll? You don't have one, do you? You used it all. Well. Funny that Lolly remembers everything except for that, huh? Classic player. Yes, action surge. Okay, action surge. Attack, rapier. You can also summon Diablos. You can drink potion of. You know what? Potion of temporary HP. You can dodge, which will give them disadvantage to attack you until the next turn. You don't have a scroll. You can equip beads of force. Anything else? You can disengage. Call their names. What slot does the beads go in? Well, we'd have to figure it out, wouldn't we? You unequip one of your other items and equip the beads. Double beads. Alright. These are your options. Attack again. You have advantage on attacks until the end of your next turn, or you have one advantage. How does it work? You hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to it. You have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. What would you like to do? Attack again! The same guy? Yes or no in the chat? Green? I'm assuming yes. Finish him off. With advantage. Okay, roll. We'll take both numbers. Exclamation point D20. Roll D20. Exclamation point roll D20. Excuse me. We'll take whatever the first two numbers are. The higher of the two will be your roll. You have +5 to your attack. A 12. Let's see if you can crit. You crit on a 19. Another 12. Two 12s. Which is a hit. Let's see how much damage you do. 10 piercing damage. Through the eye. The rapier comes loose. The eyeball burst. This guy falls to the ground. His hand's clutching at his eyeball before he falls dead. Dead to the ground. Okay. Now, you are no longer engaged with him. You could potentially move. Move back. Calling out his name should be a free action. Oh, should it? Oh, I didn't realize you were GMing. Silly me. I thought I was on the fucking screen. You're calling out 3 names. You're looking at a person, mentally acquiring their name, then doing it again, then doing it again, and then calling out those names, and you think you can do that in 1 second and not 6? I didn't say I was one, just that it would be cool. No, you didn't. You didn't say it would be cool. You said calling out his name should be a free action. You're telling me what to do, and I have PDA. Moving back will not trigger an attack. Yes! Move back, they scream. Alright. Furthest you can move is 30 feet onto that chair. Triple backflip onto the chair. As these bandits get their turn. Now, one of them is dead. This guy. Red bandit. He can move to here. Blue bandit can also only move. Maybe they would try and move a little bit around you here. What have they got going on? Light crossbows. 2 of them. Thump thump. As you're running backwards, you do a jump up, landing on a chair, rapier and shield up, as they both chase after you, loosing a light crossbow bolt towards Lyri. 1, 2, a 19 and a 6. Your AC is 18, right? Yeah, so one of them strikes and finds purchase. 3 piercing damage. Past, probably just cutting a thigh, jumping through the air, the crossbow bolt, slicing a thigh open as Lyri lands. A little trickle of blood, but drunk. It's Lyri's turn again. Standing on a chair, 1 dead bandit in front of them, Kara fighting these other bandits down here, Lancelot fighting these other bandits up here. Lyri's turn comes around again. Now you've used your action surge. Consumed. It would have sounded a little something like this. You have no spell scroll, no action surge. You do have second wind. You can heal for 1d10 plus 3. You can also... No, never mind. Wait. On a rest? Once per long rest, as an action, you can heal those 3 points of damage back. So you could technically do that. Pixels, thank you for the resub, my friend. What does Lyri do now? So you can attack, you can surge forward and attack with the rapier. You can... This is with your action. Potion of temporary HP. Summon Diablos. What else? Kick chair at blue. Throw the knife that's sitting on the table next to us. Pick one of them up and use as a fleshy sword to stab the other one. Pearly, thank you for the sub. Try to lunge into them with the table. No idea what that means. Jump behind them. Choke slam one through the table. Alright, there you go. There's your options. There's your options. Thank you, Shadow, for the you're rounding it up. Every 10 subs we spin the wheel. Does chair give height advantage? Maybe, but if you're going to attack one, you have to get off the chair. You're going to attack with a rapier, but first we're going to spin the wheel. Maybe something crazy will happen. Another wild magic. God damn, I keep closing this document. I should leave it open. You know what? Let's do a normal wild magic. Could be more fun during combat. 33. PB just started crying somewhere in the world. You cast Misty Step, arriving at your location, a burst of delicious foods. Where do you teleport to? You can teleport 30 feet away. Teleport behind them? Yes. Teleport away. Literally bamfing. Yes, teleport behind them. Alright, blue or red? Type it in the chat. First one I see. Red. Bamfing behind this guy. Give me an attack roll, please. Exclamation point D20 in the chat room. You have a +5 to the attack roll. We've got to take the second roll. Clear out the previous ones. Otherwise that would have been a natural 20. Could still be. Try again. It could still be. A 3. Teleporting, probably because of the teleport. This was a Spellwind teleport. Lyri brings the rapier back for a lunge and then literally just vanishes, porting in behind this bandit, spinning with the rapier to try and strike at this guy. It just puts Lyri off their thrust, I think. The bandit turning awkwardly, just avoids being struck by this thing. You've got 3 HP lost. I'm assuming you don't want to use your second wind yet. I don't think there's anything else you can do on a bonus action. So I think that's probably the end of your turn. The bandits rush in, flanking. Let's see if they can hit you with their scimitars. 1, 2. An 8 and a natural 1. Roll me a d20, chat. Let's see what happens to this bandit as he fumbles with his melee attack. We'll just take the first one. A 3. He has disadvantage on his next attack. Blue. Disadvantage on his next attack. It's Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? Again, attack melee. You can use the dodge action, which will give them disadvantage on their attacks. One of them already has it. Chug a potion. Summon Diablos. And then any other options you can think of. Any other options you can think of? What do you think? Attempt to intimidate them. Shove Red over the chair. That it? Alright, away you go. It's attacking time. Alright, attacking. Red or blue? Red. Okay, roll. Exclamation point, roll d20 in the chat. Hi, Springchook. 17 is a hit. Let's, I've got it up here. No, we're going to roll again. Killing him in one. Max damage? Yeah. Max damage. A quick flick of the wrist. This time, Lyri brings the rapier across this guy's throat, opening a line of red, and then blood begins pouring out. He grips at his throat, dropping his scimitar, falling backwards onto the table, pushing the empty plate across and onto the floor. This guy is dead. Spinning around quickly, bringing up shield and rapier. It is... that's got to be the end of your turn. So, this bandit is dead. This guy has disadvantage to hit you this turn. He's going to miss on a 9. Attack this guy? Yes or no? You can just type yes or no in the chat, rather than me pulling up all the options. I'm assuming you're probably just going to want to attack him and not do anything fancy. Yes? Alright, give me that attack roll. Exclamation point, roll d20 in the chat. Oof, a 1 there. But we're taking the second roll. Flush out all the old rolls. A 5 plus 5, 10. This is a miss. A whip and a miss. For this bandit. Bandit's going to try and hit you back. An 8. He misses. Roll again. See if you can hit him. Go. It's better than a 1. Yeah, a 5 is better than a 1. It's now just a back and forth. Another 1 from Nyanar, but we're taking the second roll. Keep going. Keep him going. A 9. This will be a hit. Let's see how much damage you deal. 7 piercing damage to him. Running a line across his chest. He is going to have a turn and try and hit you back. A 14 is a miss. Bing! The scimitar bouncing off of Lyri's shield. Attack again. He doesn't have disadvantage. He had disadvantage for 1 attack. A 2? Is that the number? No. Yes? No. Next one. Keep rolling. We've got to flush out the old rolls. A 20. Natty 20. I've got a natty 20 up here I can pull from. 10. It's enough. Through a lung. He falls to the ground. At the front door, Lancelot successfully defeats the other bandits. At the side door, Kara the Silent successfully defeats the 3 bandits. Round 2 will begin shortly. And I need you to roll me a d20. for the Between Waves recovery phase. The Between Waves recovery phase. Store these bodies up here so we can calculate the XP. A 3 means you only get 1d4 HP back. 2. Luckily you only lost 3. With 1 HP remaining. Now, nothing happens there. You are at the window. I'm going to roll a d8. Six, ambush. The bandits attack earlier than expected. You are surprised. Suddenly, flipping in through the window. Forward, doing that like anime forward roll thing. And landing either side of Lyri are the next enemies to defeat. Two thugs. Two thugs suddenly appear. Roll some initiative, chat. We'll take the second roll. First thug goes on a 20. Second thug goes on a 4. And 6 was a bad one to roll. The ambush. Thugs appear beside Kara. Beside Lancelot. As the next wave begins. What'd you get for your initiative? You have a +3 to initiative here. A 7, so you go on a 10. Lyri on a 10. However, you are surprised. I don't have a good surprise sound effect. What's this one? That'll do. Which means these two thugs go before you. Rushing in. Getting into pack tactics. Advantage. And striking with maces. They have multi-attack. With advantage. An 11 and then a 23. The first one is going to hit you for 3 bludgeoning damage. Appearing out of nowhere. A mace. Bong! Hitting Lyri. Stumbling backwards. Pulling up the shield. Attempting to defend from the second one. Who attacks with advantage. 18. 23. 2 hits. First one dealing 7 bludgeoning damage. The second dealing 8. Which is 14. Is that right? This one comes in and boom, boom. Stumbling Lyri falls backwards. The same thing happening to Kara. The same thing happening at the front door to Lancelot as these thugs appear, bigger, stronger, with slower movements. But two big booms. Boom! Boom! Remember TikTok? Then we go into the turn order and the thug attacks you again. Pack tactics. When it's standing next to you, when it's standing next to another thug, they have advantage. So you can try and think creatively for what you want to do on your turn. So maybe try and split them up. Alternatively, all out attack, all out war. This one's going to hit you for 5 more bludgeoning damage. Currently, at 23 out of 46 HP, Lyri's looking a little battered. It's Lyri's turn. Now, you can... Would you like to use your second wind as a bonus action? You will only get one of these for the entire thing. Do you want to use it now? I'll let you do a full vote for it. The thugs need names. This is orange. And this is pink.
Round 2. Fight.
Using second wind. Alright, so that's 1d10 plus 3. You're level 3? Yeah. Here we go. One big boom. 1d10 plus 3. 12. Pretty good. 12 HP recovered. You're at 35 HP. Now it's your main action. What does Lyri do? Of course, you can simply attack with a rapier. You can disengage and try and run away. You do not have an action surge. You do not have a scroll. You can try moving without disengaging. You can try dodging. You can use a potion of temporary HP. You can summon Diablos, or you can get creative and let me know what you want to do. Shove one of the bandits. This would, if you're successful, will push one of them back 5 feet. Say pink slept with orange mum. Real names, because you'd get their real names. Knock prone isn't an action, so you'd have to get creative. Pull for a timeout and have a long rest. Will prone break the advantage? I guess so. Actually, I have no idea in Raw whether it would or not. Alright, I guess that's it. Go ahead. What do you want to do? attacking? Which one? Pink or orange? Just type it in the chat. First one I say. Pink. Roll me a d20. +5 to the attack. Remember, while you are stronger in attack with a bow, your AC is higher with a rapier because you can equip the shield. The bow, you lose like 4 AC or something, right? A 5. +5. A miss. Swinging the rapier and stepping back after these attacks, Leary kind of wildly swings towards one of these thugs, narrowly missing as he, I don't think so, moves forward, chasing after Leary with the mace, bringing the mace up high above his head. Now you can attempt to move, but they will get an attack of opportunity on you. And it is a bad idea. You've used your second wind. You have no bonus action. I'm guessing you don't want to move. Oh yeah, you also keep getting... I keep forgetting about the Vex on the rapier. I'm just going to do something here. For myself to remind me. Too much to remember when I'm playing all of the characters as well. And having to do all of the stuff for you. D&D 5e-ish. Okay. I guess that's the end of your turn. Thugs, here they come again. With a slew of attacks. I'm also dying today. Okay, don't judge me. An 8, miss. An 18 is a hit. You take 5 more bludgeoning damage as another one crashes into you. The next thug's turn. A 13 is a miss. And a 17 is a miss. Missing with these attacks. But they are both just swinging maces towards Leary, who's ducking and weaving, bringing the shield up, parrying one, avoiding many attacks and sort of moving backwards. It's Leary's turn again. What does Leary do? We can leave these ones on here if you want. You can also suggest some more things. Cast heal on Brad would be nice. Any other suggestions from the chat room as to what Leary can do on this turn? You have one action. You have nothing else you can do on bonus actions, I don't think. Call out to patrons for an aiding spell win D&D option. I would like to win D&D. Win D&D. Let's put win D&D on there. I'll put call for Snotflap. Since you're just so desperate to win D&D. Defeat them both in a cutscene. I would like there at this point to be a cutscene that plays in which I defeat both of them by doing a triple backflip and chop off their heads with my toenails. Alright. Not the toenails. I'm sorry I always feel shit for running these. It's because I've felt shit the entire time we've been running these, and I don't... It doesn't matter as much if I'm just playing Minecraft, even though I'll still complain about it. But this is so much more difficult to run than just playing Minecraft and talking about the fact that I finished watching season 2 of The Rig on Amazon Prime. You know? These are like running my energy stores into the ground. There's no stream tomorrow though, so you know, I get a day off, even though I'm just going to be stun locked sitting around waiting for the doctor to call me. They're calling me anytime between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m, which is pretty much when I stream. Alright, your options. Who can break this tie? Call for Snapflap or say Pink slept with Orange's mum? The choice is you. One day these sessions are going to be amazing. If they figure out what's wrong with me and I get medicine, or I'm fixed, or whatever they do to me, surgery me or whatever, or they just go like, you're fine, just give it another month, and I'll be like, I'm probably not, but whatever. At some point, I will be back to full fighting power. Say Pink slept with Orange's mum. Their real names. What are their real names? Something and something. Blank and blank. What are their real names? Biggs and Wedge. Pinky and Brain. Oh, it's the worst, Kip Kip. The vague windows. Billy and Bob. Jen and Eric. Grig and Grog. Dumb and Dumber. Bruce and Bert Holt. That seems dangerous. You can't just be calling someone Bert Holt. Trevor and Tristan. Cord and Drew. Oh, Bazza and Gaza. Alright, the choice is yours. What are their names, chat? A fully procedurally generated D&D campaign before your very eyes. This isn't just a basic D&D campaign with improv. Everything is made up on the spot, with almost no prep beforehand. Except for I went, oh, it'd be cool if there was like a zombies, waves of bandits attacking the pub. That would be cool. And that's all I thought about. And was like, I'll do that. Even if they get a teleport right at the beginning of the stream that they paid for rightfully with their money. I'm doing the thing that I'm planning because I have heart pain. Because I was in a hospital last week. Leave me alone and enjoy the game. Thank you for the money. I appreciate it, even though I sound like I'm grumbling all the time. This could literally be your last session. So enjoy it and shut up. Cord and Drew, obviously. Now this is... You made it weird, really, Ratch, by suggesting Cord and Drew. But... I'm gonna actually change their names as well. Pink is Cord. Orange is Drew, obviously. Constantly under attack. Haha, you don't have TikTok anymore. Haha. Does it work with a VPN? Can you just install a VPN on your phone? I'll give you my login for NordVPN. I think I've got like multiple accounts, or like you can have multiple things. Corridon Drew. Yeah, I think Leary kind of under attack from these multiple things recognizes, and through this is able to figure out their names as per the curse that Leary has, which is the target automatically knows the first name of everyone they meet. So sort of pulling that strange divination curse, Leary says, Wait. Cord? Drew? Drew, you know Cord slept with your mum, right? I'm going to need a deception check from you in the chat room, please. You have a +3 to this. You have a high charisma stat. Exclamation point. Roll d20. Bro, what is this? Not only did they vote to name these thugs Cord and Drew, and then vote, the vote came after we had already known that they were going to say Pink slept with Orange's mum, but then Ratch suggested that they be called Cord and Drew, knowing that the plan was to say that one would have slept with the other one's mum. I think my blood pressure's too low for this today. Just give me something for the pain and let me watch Deathless. That's all I want to do. What did you get? A 9? +3 is 12. So let's roll. Let's roll for these thugs. I'm just going to roll for one number for both of them. And we're going to roll an intelligence check. An 8. I think this is successful because they're so stupid. Cord and Drew look really similar as well. And they look to each other and... So Pink slept with Orange's mum. So Cord says, "No, I never." And Drew says, "What? Why would you do that? She's my mother." And starts crying. Cord says, "It's a lie, is it? That's a lie. You're telling a filthy lie. Oh, I can't believe you slept with my mother." This will give Drew disadvantage on, let's say, 1d4 attacks. The next 4 attacks he makes. That's the end of your turn. Made him cry. Pie. Yeah. It's Cord's turn. Now, Cord knows you're lying. So, you know, it's not gonna confuse him. So he is going to attack with advantage. 14, 12, and miss. Drew, upset, is going to attack. I think if you'd rolled higher, I would have had him potentially attack Cord. But I don't think you rolled high enough. I think he's just confused and stupid. So he's going to attack with... he has advantage and disadvantage, which cancels it out. So we just take the first number. Which is a 15, a miss. And an 18, he still hits. I can't believe he slept with my mother. Bong! Just thwack. Hits Lyri over the head. And now your HP is... Oh, Jesus. And now your HP is... Oh, Christ. And now your HP is... What was it on? Why does it say I? Jesus fucking Christ. What was it on? 30? Was it on 30? So you got 22 HP. Stumbling backwards. You take a little bit of damage there. Now on 22 out of 46 HP. Lyri. This round, significantly more difficult. Now he has still got disadvantage on his next 2 attacks. He made 2 attacks and missed with them. But what does Lyri do? You have one action. I'll put the classic options in there. Attack with the melee rapier, which is has Vex on it. You can disengage and try to run. I think they can probably catch you pretty quickly, but it's up to you. You could try moving without disengaging, which isn't an action, so we'll just leave it to the actions. You can try dodging, which gives them a disadvantage. You can use a potion of temporary HP, which I think is a D10. You can summon Diablos. Any other choices? Run through the window. Console Drew. This is so typical of Cord. Any other suggestions from the chat room? Do you have a wheel spin? Did I miss one? No. Okay. Well, thanks for the gift sub, Nayanar. Ask them if they know they share a wife. On an 8. Alright, there you go. There's your options. Keep getting these random heart pains over this weekend, and I think it's when my heart rate comes down, but I haven't actually had actual stabbing pains in my heart this entire time, and I'm like trying not to freak out about it. Like, of course I get an ECG and then I start getting heart pains. Like, it's freaking me out, man. I'm trying not to freak out about it too much, but you know, gotta bite the bullet. No, I've been recording my BPM on an app on my phone, which isn't quite as good, I don't think, but it's close enough. It seems accurate enough to give me a good idea. It's actually come down today, which is weird. Console Drew. You get dizzy? No, my blood pressure is low, though. I have a high heart rate and low blood pressure, which makes me feel kind of dizzy if I spin around. It's weird, I don't have a lot of the other symptoms, so I don't think I actually have heart disease, but I think it's just some sort of weird tachycardia, or maybe I'm just insane. I think it could just be that I'm insane now, and it's all in my head. Console Drew, this is just so typical of Cord. Yeah, you can console Drew. How? What do you say? What do you say to console Drew? This is so typical of Cord. What do you say? I don't drink a lot of caffeine, no. I basically don't drink any anymore. It's just gas. If it's gas, if I've had bad gas since May, I will kill myself. I'll be your best friend. Cord is a bastard. I'll be your friend instead, it says. Maybe you can sleep with his mum. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but I couldn't keep that lie. You're your own man. You don't need Cord's friendship. He's always been like this, ever since you were kids together with your mutual parents, one of which is your mum. Maybe you can sleep with his dad. There you go, there's your options. Which one do you want to say? Which one do you want to say? You're going to say... Lyri, stumbling backwards, says... Oh, wait. I'll be your friend. Instead. Cord is a bastard. I'm going to need a deception check from you. While you might be telling the truth about potentially being his friend, you don't know anything about these people. So this is deception. This whole thing is built on a lie. So another deception check from you, please. It is +3 to deception. Can't take that 15, unfortunately. Next one. Debiru says, why don't we just spin for a Deus Ex Machina? Debiru says... Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Debiru. 2 more and we'll spin the wheel. Is it 2 more? Yes. Yes, it is. There it is. Durkee says... Alright. So you got a 20, a natural 20. Nice. Chat says... Alright, let's spin the wheel and then we'll see what happens. You get an instant potion. This could be very useful. Do I have a potion table? Can't remember if I made a new one or not. Yeah, I did. Roll me a d20, chat. I think we see Lyri sort of stumbling back. I'll be your friend instead. Cord is a bastard. No, Drew is a bastard. No, Cord is a bastard. This one's Cord. They're both Drew. Cord. This one's Cord. And Drew says, you will? You'll be my friend? He is a bastard. You are a bastard. You know that. Cord says, she's lying. They done making stuff up about us. No, you're a bastard. And he brings up his mace. Drew has joined the party. Drew joins the party as a friendly. Now, what number did you get on your D20? He looks like Elmo, but like really big. Mid-journey. I want like swole, big, strong Elmo in bandit clothing. There's no way it can do this. An 18, so you immediately get the effects of this potion. Oh no, this is the wrong one. This is for non-canon. Hold on. And it was an 18. So this one's a weird one. It gives you the ability to cast a random cantrip. So I think this gives you a scroll. Random cantrip scroll. Because obviously, so this would normally allow you to cast a random cantrip for 1d4 days. So we're just going to give you a scroll. A cantrip. I don't know if it's going to be that useful, but you get Spare the Dying. Spare the Dying cantrip. So Spare the Dying might help with... It might help. It's not going to help you right here, right now. Necromancy. With touch, you have to touch a living creature that has 0 hit points You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So this would only really work on your companions, I think. But for now, it's possible it could come in handy. You do have the ability to use Spare the Dying on your companions. Guys, this is what he looks like. What D&D race is that? Hobgoblin? Drew and Cord are hobgoblins. This is what he looks like. Bugbear? That makes more sense because they're dumb, aren't they? They're low in. Let me write it down. Drew and Cord are big red bugbears that look like Elmo, that look like Swole Elmo. They are dumb. Red Hulk. What the hell were we doing? We're spinning the wheel again? Damn. Shadow came in. No. We're not spinning the wheel. Okay. Swole Elmo. Rohelmo? Is that, what is that? What is that supposed to say? How do I pronounce that? Is that Spanish?
Rohelmo. It's a me, Rohelmo. Italian.
Immediately. Okay, we are spinning the wheel. You guys were like, yeah, why not? Nayana, thank you. Dabiru, thank you. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. What's going to happen now? Quadvantage. On your next turn. You'll have quadvantage. But that is the end of your turn, isn't it? So, because your turn was to turn Drew to your side, which you did. Is there a list of all the entries on the wheel? No, there's not, but that's a good idea. I should do that, shouldn't I? I can just read it out to you. There's an encounter, an instant potion, an item, a boss battle, next roll being a natural 20, next roll being a 1, quadvantage, teleport, wild magic, cursed, wish granted, something good, instant long rest, trapped, spin for companion, merchant, appears, gold. You get an item of a potion, you get an item of a scroll, or you get a random magical item. That's all the things that are on there. Alright, so now it is Cord's turn. Cord is going to try and hit Lyri. He no longer has advantage on the attack because Drew is no longer his ally. But he does hit with a 23 on that second attack, dealing another 5 bludgeoning damage to Lyri. This huge Elmo, Swole Elmo, Roja, Red Elmo. I can't do Spanish. I can't do it. Hits Lyri, dealing another 5 damage. And then you want another wheel spin? Is this another wheel spin? Before Drew's turn. Something good. It's Drew's turn. Now you can have something good. This is like a minor effect. Something good, but not like wish levels. It can't just be like win D&D or we become king of the world. Just something minor, something good. Some minor effect of the spell wind. Something good, and the choice is yours. I am the arbiter of fate, and I will determine whether it's, you know, whatever. Just like a true Republican. What is? I don't know what you're saying to me. I'm really not with it this weekend. Everyone needs to leave me alone this weekend. I've asked everyone to leave me alone this weekend, and I honestly believe that more people have asked me to do stuff this weekend than anyone in the last 9 months. I was like, just leave me. I just want one weekend to be left alone. And everyone I know has asked me to do something. Snotflaps joins the battle. Doesn't work. Weird. No! From the roof, you hear. No! You know when he's trying to make Hulk come out? In that movie? The Incredible Hulk versus space? It's that. 1/4 of the bandits turns into sheep. Heavy winds put out the fires around the bar. Leary and Drew get pack tactics. And whose fault is that? I don't know what you're saying to me. Drew joins the party permanently. Recover full health. Gain a new potion. Mad Hard Drink 5. I didn't ask you to do shit. That's not true. You actually did ask me. You said, do you want to do this audio training on Saturday? Technically, you did ask me to do something. Back of the line, PB. Get to the back of the line. The chef comes out to deliver a roast dinner someone ordered before the fighting started. One of the bandits remarks how cool we look. A barmaid named Sarah enters and 2 bandits fight over her. The fire becomes a fire elemental with no loyalties. Away you go. You said you needed training and I told you when I would be free, so technically, you know who you are? You're that guy who will not take accountability on World of Warcraft. And everyone in the World of Warcraft community went absolutely insane. Or me. Yeah. I take accountability after the fact a lot of the time. I'm quite good at taking accountability, but I enjoy not taking accountability. But I know that I can. Whereas that guy, all those, you know, every sociopath that's playing WoW over the last fucking 2 weeks, I don't even care about any of it, but I saw the entire thing on TikTok. Remember TikTok Americans? Takes accountability. Alone in his room at 3 a.m. I do that. Yeah, that's just called horrendous. I've changed my mind and I'm feeling really guilty. You take accountability in your bed at 2 a.m. to yourself and no one else hears about it. Well, I don't do enough really, really wrong, do I? To have to take accountability for. I feel like this is one of those things where you find out all your friends bitch about you about this one thing. They're like, he never takes accountability for anything he does. He's such an asshole. And it's like, okay, fuck. I mean, it probably is true. I can believe that about me for real. But I also don't think I'm enough of a dickhead for it to matter. You know, it's not like I'm out there just like sleeping with your wife and your mum. You know, it's not like I ran away from the guild during a raid. Or something that matters. Imagine something mattering. Like fucking Cord. We don't bitch, we just accept you for who you are. Alright, well we all bitch about you, so. Drew joins the party permanently. I accept that. Drew joins the party as a companion. Permanently. If he survives this bullshit. If he survives this bullshit. He's not really a tank, so the thug stats are weird. They have a very low AC but a high HP for a challenge half creature. 32 HP is pretty high, but their AC is 11. It's very low. Their stats are pretty basic, like standard, apart from strength and con, so they're kind of tanky. They're a bit like, they're like a really basic barbarian, kind of, with a mace and a heavy crossbow, but they do have pack tactics. I think if Drew joins the party, obviously we'll adjust these. I think he's going to be really dumb. And we'll give him... I think maybe he doesn't have a spell scroll. I don't think he can use spells. So we'll give him... I mean, Pack Tactics is pretty strong. But we'll give him something in there. But we'll create Drew as an actual party member. And again, you know, he looks like a big, swole Elmo creature. He should have advantage against small animals. Yeah, he should. Yeah, any animal smaller than him that is an animal, not a like humanoid or whatever. It is a creature of nature. Creatures is everything. That's a term I can't use. But yeah, if he survives this, he will join as a thing, as an actual NPC companion. Okay, accepted. There you go. Thank you for the subs, everyone. I appreciate it. Swellmo. I'm a dog. My ears perk up every time. Well, Drew can't read a scroll is so funny. Oh, my heart, dude. I'm really... I don't know why it hurts so much. I feel like I need to fucking... I don't know what. Do nothing. Just sit with the pain for longer until they help me. Okay. It is Drew's turn. He has advantage to strike Cord. So here we go. 2 attacks coming in. He's got to beat an 11. They both hit. That's a dirty 20. 1, 8 bludgeoning, 3 bludgeoning. He hits Cord. Just crying and striking Cord. Cord sort of like, stop it, Drew. Oh, get off me. What the they're lying. Boom. Boom. Getting smacked and deals 11 bludgeoning damage to Cord. It is now Lyri's turn. Is Lyri just attacking? You can type yes or no in the chat. Now is the chance to potentially just attack. If it's not and you want to do something creative again, we can go to a poll. But I feel like at this point you're probably just going to try and attack, right? Yes, 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 yes. No, no. Yes, yes. We'll go with yes. Roll me a d20 and attack.
Oui, I am a special different young man. I am so special. I am from France. I am very special, and I am going to say, instead of saying yes or no, I am going to be very interesting and different to everyone else. And I went to Spanish, and I am going to say oui. Oui, oui. Je m'appelle Special Boy. Je suis the most special place. J'habite the most special house.
Kind of went German at the end. I don't feel very well, okay? I really do not feel well. Please be crippling anxiety. And not a deterioration of my actual heart disease. A 7. Plus 5, you hit with the rapier, dealing 5 piercing damage. A little stabby stab. Cord will strike both Lyri and Drew, I think, here. With the first attack towards Lyri. And a 16 is a miss. And then a 14 is a hit against Drew as he hits Drew over the head. Remember, both of these guys are big, swole-looking Elmo. The Kim impression? Yeah, dude. It was cool to have Kim show up in a game. I love that. Disco Elysium so fucking good. It is Drew's turn. Drew, with Pack Tactics, is going to try and hit Cord twice. A 12 and then a 6. So 1 hit as he strikes him back. It is now your turn. Roll me a d20. Let's see if you can hit Cord. Can you two defeat him before he is able to deal enough damage back to you guys? Plus 5 to hit. Brad, don't die for our dumbassery. Well, this is just how I feel at the moment, so it's fine. I think I'm pushing my body and brain a bit too far because I'm like... I don't know what. Okay, I just really hate my life right now, okay? Just shut the fuck up. Keep rolling. You know what time it is. It's that 4 Loco. Fuck, dude. Bombing it down the highway. Cracking a 4 Loco in the backseat. Did we use the quad vantage? No, you didn't. You want to use it now? Use it now. Keep going. Can a 19? That's a crit. So you can keep rolling if you want, but it's still just going to be a crit anyway. One of these up here is a crit attack. There it is. You deal. You kill him. I think Leary and Drew striking at this thing. Leary sort of like ducks down under one of these attacks from Cords. You see Drew bring his mace down and crack Cord, stumbling Cord backwards, leaving an opening for Leary, who just does one of those like blinding moves where they just appear behind Cord, and then Cord turns around and his head, the top of his head, slides off. You've defeated him. I can't believe he slept with my mum. You promised you were going to be my best friend forever. Leary says, yes, sure. Thank you for your help. How many more are out there? Oh, there's got to be tens of them. Oh, tens. Okay. Well, if you're going to be helping me from now on, then you have to help me defeat anyone that comes through that window, unless I tell you not to. In fact, just do what I say from now on. And for now, we're going to try and make sure that nobody can break in through to this tavern and steal anything. Okay? Of course, yeah. Anything. They all turned their back on me when they didn't tell me that he slept with my mum. Do you know that his mum is my mum? Oh. I mean, that's awful. That's extra awful. I'm glad he's dead. I hate him. I've always hated him. Drew joins the party. Now we gotta make Drew. Now we gotta make Drew as an official character. How do we do this? I guess we just turn this character into Drew. Medium humanoid. He's a Swellmo. Any non-good alliance? I think he's just neutral. It's a neutral creature. He has 4 int like a dog. But will boost his strength in its place. He's not got good charisma. Animal handling, he has a +2, but it's like to kill them. Intimidation +2, because there's nothing more terrifying than seeing an absolutely giant Elmo walking towards you. That's probably it, isn't it? Any one language? Yeah, he speaks common. He can only speak common. Okay. Now, he doesn't have a scroll, but in his place, he does have advantage against small animals. Has advantage on attack rolls against beasts that are medium or smaller. And then has pack tactics, which is that Drew has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of Drew's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated. He loses multi-attack, but he does gain... What would Drew attack with? Instead of a mace. A keg, like whatever that fucking character is called from League of Legends. A stein, a beer stein. He attacks with a big beer stein. And so he will have now +5 to his attack on bludgeoning. And then a +5 to hit as well. 1d6 +5. Bludgeoning attack. And he also has a heavy crossbow. Drew. Okay, let me make a token for Drew. You paid for this before you're like, what the fuck is happening? You did this. Never forget. Crouch is going to daydream about this being real. He wants to be in this campaign now so badly. Not as badly as Tuesday. Every now and then Tuesday will just send a message into our Oracles thing like, man, wish we played D&D still. And then will look at me from across the room. I'm like, you DM then. We can play D&D whenever you want. If any one of the rest of you DMs, then no one wants to. I just have to carry the guilt alone. I walk a lonely road, the only run that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone. Okay, so this is... Wait, did I not save this? Oh. This is Drew. This now represents Drew. This represents Drew's HP, which is currently at 28. If I get rid of him, put Cord up there, and we bring Drew in. There he is, baby. Drew joins the party. Now, can he survive? Can he survive?
Wave 3.
All right. Basically an angry bird, yeah. It's supposed to be Elmo. If you look very closely, well, actually, we can add his artwork in here somewhere. Where is the? Here it is. Can we get a beer for our man? He's got a beer. He's fighting with a beer stein, guys. He has a giant beer stein in his hand. If you look really carefully, it is not actually a beak. It is sort of just a weird orange fleshy mouth. He's in modern cargo pants and army wear. Drew joins the party. Now then, it is downtime. So you need to roll me a d20. That was wave 2, right? So, yeah, wave 2. Kara the Silent defeats both of these thugs. Lancelot defeats both of these thugs. Roll me a d20. $12. So you regain 1d6 HP, 3 HP, and a use of second wind. 1d10 plus 3. Now another 10. Lyri steeling themselves, preparing for the next round, consoling Drew and handing... Drew looks at his mace, which is all broken, and he throws it to the ground. And Lindor walks over and says,
Here, this is for helping.
and hands him the biggest beer stein in the room. He drinks the beer down and then swings the beer stein around and says, I think I'm gonna use this. The giant beer stein. Is that the one we fixed? Not a keg. A stein is like a... It looks like this. It looks like a tankard or something, you know. But it's like a classic, like one of these things. Mug. I know that saying synonyms doesn't always help because you might be foreign. So picture. There's a picture. Okay. Now, you need to do, the D8, the dynamic event. Another 6. The ambush. Let's see. The ambush. Suddenly, more ninjas jump in through the window, standing around Lyri and Drew. One of them says,
So you turned against us, have you, Drew? Always knew you would, you turncoat.
"Oh!" He lifts up his large tankard, beer stein. And that's where we end today's session. because I don't feel well. Also, 2 rounds this week, 2 rounds next week. Round 3. Let's write down what is happening. Round 3. Okay. Martin's free men continue to attempt to take the Crossroads Tavern's food and gold, while Leary, Lancelot, Kara the Silent, and Drew defend what they can. Survive all of the rounds for a special bonus. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Slightly shorter than I was planning on going, but also I don't feel great today, and I think I need to just go and quietly die in a corner. I've been playing Marvel Rivals to keep my brain off of thinking. It's very good for that. I'm fully addicted. But I think I need a little breaky. First, I'm gonna go and sit quietly in a corner, I think, and just go non-verbal. Thank you so much for the subs, people that came out and supported the stream. I very much appreciate it. And no stream tomorrow because I have to wait for this fucking doctor's results, and they're just like, yeah, we'll call you between 4 and 7 or 2 and 7, and I'm like, all right, cool, well. That does nothing for me whatsoever. I just have to sit there stun locked. Anyone else like that? I can't just like get on with my day, you know? I'm stun locked until it's done. So that's it. That's the end. So no stream tomorrow, and we'll play Minecraft on Tuesday, unless I'm like completely spazzed out by whatever the results are. It's very possible they're going to be like, you have 6 weeks to live, and I'm just going to, this could be the last stream I ever do. And if that's the case, I'll see you on the other side, baby. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, and also, almost forgot, Deathless tonight. Make sure you watch that. For get in there early for a little extra, little something, a little announcement. Deathless on Table Story. Make sure you're watching that tonight for a little something extra, a little something coming up. And also, don't forget